know how you feel about it, Wolverine, but...
You know nothing, little man. Next time, I use these.
Hello, and welcome to another one of Zack Panther's reviews, and today I will be reviewing the Sideshow Collectibles Wolverine. And as always, I'll be showing you the statue with all the removable parts individually first, before I go into the actual review of this Wolverine statue itself. So let's get cracking, shall we? Let's start with the box. The box is not the biggest box I've ever received from Sideshow Collectibles, mainly down to the fact that the Wolverine's not the tallest guy in the Marvel universe. The box features relatively good scratch marks with the words Wolverine below. The side and back of the box is totally bland and tedious in my opinion due to the fact that it shows nothing but the large X for the X-Men back and front. The Wolverine statue, of course, is like all other Sideshow collectibles, having to assemble the parts together. The base here is this very cool giant Sentinel hand that has obviously been sliced off by Wolverine's blades. Now we have the hands and blades. It's not optional, you have to display Wolverine with his blades, you cannot pull them out. Wolverine's masked head. Now I have a bit of a predicament with my figure. It's supposed to have been delivered to my door with an alternative unmasked head, which I didn't acquire, so I have to email Sideshow Collectibles for the whereabouts of this head. I really hope I can get this issue resolved soon as possible, just waiting now for their response. I hope this isn't a complication that you're going to encounter if you decide to buy this product. Wolverine's torso, legs and arms without the head, base and hands. Now, I'm not the only one, but there has been ongoing issues in regards to fitting the peg from Wolverine's foot into the slot of the base. I was hoping that this wasn't going to be a problem with my foot, but unfortunately, like most people who have purchased this piece, I have been confronted with this problem as well. So here we have the peg, which is going to slot right into the base, but I won't show you myself desperately trying to piece the leg and base together, as I will find it difficult. Sorry people, I'm sure watching me struggle would have been the highlight of this review. And here's one I prepared earlier. It's in, but it's not in all the way. I did find it a bit of a battle. You may see in my review that the left foot is slightly raised, so I'll try again after I've finished this video. The right arm now lets you insert the hand on, goes on no problem, unlike his right foot. And now for the left hand. The head here you'll see has a peg also underneath the neckline. And now for the grand finale. No problems here. We have Wolverine standing savagely now in his full-on attack display, and yes, if you're a Wolverine fan like me, I could not possibly understand why anyone would be disappointed. This statue is the Wolverine I've been searching for since I've been collecting. I've seen various other statues of Wolverine and I've been skeptical of many, mainly down to the overall style, look and posture. Some I've liked, but none have exceeded my expectations, unlike this one. This will be the Wolverine that will keep me high in spirits for many years to come. This statue stands approximately 16 inches tall, one of the shortest statues I now own from Sideshow, but that's obviously because Logan is hunched over. I would probably say this piece is my personal favourite of my collection so far, apart from the Red Sonja statue. I'm not being biased on all other statues because it's Wolverine, it's just because it looks so damn awesome. The overall detail of the head is perfect. The lines and cracks in his face show up well behind the mask, and the grinding of the teeth looks great. You can also see part of Wolverine's famous sideburns just poking out slightly from the mask there. And the black ear shapes on the mask looks like leather, but it isn't. It's just part of the clay Sideshow have used. Both the left hand and right hand are exactly the same. The blades are metal and sharp. I've tried numerous times to prick my finger and it's sharp, but it's not very sharp. But obviously if you push hard enough, you are going to pierce the skin, so be careful. The hands are tightly crunched into perfectly sculpted fists and shows the yellow pattern with slightly battle damage on top. Here you can see the sheaves where the adamantium blades come from. The muscles on the arms are a sight to behold. The arm sculpt looks real to me. All the tiny little hairs stand out well at the back of the triceps and forearms. The veins look a bit gross but awesome at the same time, if you know what I mean. The veins are all in the right places and just looks fantastic on top of that real looking skin. The pauldrons, or shall I say shoulder pads, look great and show off brilliant battle damage marks like his costume has been in the wars over the years. And the texture of the costume itself, you can see all these well sculpted little holes that adds to the already brilliant effect. And just look at the six-pack on this guy, something I need to start working on. The blue and yellow colours stand out well together. I've always preferred the blue and yellow to the yellow and brown look. And the back just like the front, the texture of the material of the clothing. Again, the belt looks like leather but it isn't. The sculpt work feels bumpy but not rough. Again, the muscles on the back looks like a proper bodybuilder and completely faultless all round. Again, more of the same of that material design. The legs are bent into attack position, unveiling the slight creases in the trousers, which just makes the statue look even more awesome. Again, like the hands, heads and gloves, the boots are not leather but looks as though they are. No complaints from me here. Here's a look at one of the knee pads. It looks as though Wolverine has been knocked down maybe a few times in fights, where the knee pad looks as though it's made contact with the ground and looking a bit dirty. And just look at the base, it's just as awesome as the Wolverine statue itself. We've got the red light beam repulsor, all the damage you can see that Wolverine has inflicted on the Sentinel, exposing the nitty gritty workings of the mechanics circuitry underneath the armoured hands. I can see that the thumb and two fingers have been completely sliced off, and the index finger is still intact, damaged, but the middle finger is barely hanging on. Wonderful work here. Yes, so there you have it. Based on my review, I'm going to score this statue a solid 10 out of 10. I don't think I can really fault this statue. If I really want to get into the nitpicking category, then I would say I'd rather see pupils rather than the just pale white eyes. Either way though, it still looks great. And just to finish off this review, this is how I'm going to have my Wolverine statue displayed in my games room. I'm sorry for the slight mess and dust, but how awesome does this statue look? Right people, this is where I'm going to say carry on collecting, and thanks for watching this review. Have a good day now.